my channel. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. Today I'm going to be sharing 3 one-pot meals. Pretty much our dishwasher broke last week. I mentioned that in my last video, and I hate doing dishes, so we've been doing so many one-pot meals and we have a few favorites, so I just thought that I would share them with you guys. These are all so easy, delicious, and only one pot. So I hope you guys enjoy. Also wanted to mention you guys can switch up the veggies to whatever your family likes, and I'll have all the written recipes written down below. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. So the first recipe I'm going to share with you guys is a taco pasta. And so in a large pot, I added about a tablespoon of olive oil and some ground turkey, or you could use ground chicken. Then I've just added about 1 cup of onion, 1 cup of peppers, and I'm gonna cook this over about medium-high heat until the meat is cooked through and the vegetables soften. And so if needed at this point, just drain out any excess fat. And then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of taco seasoning as well as 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and we're just going to give that a really good mix together. So then I'm just adding a 10-ounce can of diced tomatoes as well as some chicken stock. I'm adding about 2.5 cups. So then I'm just giving that a good mix and upping the heat to high. We're just wanting to bring this to a boil. Then we're going to add in our pasta. I'm using 8 ounces of this, I think it's called cavatappi, the curly macaroni pasta, but you can use whatever type of pasta you like. Just make sure you see the written recipe. And so then I'm just cooking this uncovered, stirring it quite often, like I would say every couple minutes, until the pasta is cooked and most of the liquid is absorbed. Mine took about 9 minutes, but depends what type of pasta you're using. Also, see the written recipe because you may have to add more stock if you're using a different type of pasta. And so once my pasta was cooked to how we like it, I just turned the heat off and I'm mixing in 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And we just serve this one with some tomatoes, green onion, and sour cream. And so next we have ham, broccoli, and cheese shells. And so for this one, again, in my large pot, I've added about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm just going to add in 8 ounces of diced ham, as well as about 1/2 cup of onion. And I'm just going to cook that over about medium heat until the ham starts to brown and the onion softens. And so then I'm just going to add in 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm just using my garlic press here. And then we're just going to stir this around for 30 seconds or so until the garlic becomes fragrant. And then we're going to add in our stock. So I'm using about 2.5 cups of chicken stock here and 1/2 cup of milk. And so then we're just going to bring this up to a boil. Just try to make sure your milk was at room temperature before adding it here. And I'm also using whole milk in this recipe. It just makes it so it's less likely to separate. And then once it's at a boil, we're gonna add in our pasta. I'm using 8 ounces of the shell pasta. We're gonna give that a really good mix. And then we're gonna cook these shells for about 9 minutes again, but depends what type of pasta you're using. But when there's about 5 minutes left of the cooking, we're going to give it a really good stir and then add in our broccoli. This is just raw chopped broccoli and it's about 8 ounces of it. And we're gonna give that a really good stir and then we're gonna cover it for the last 5 minutes of cooking. And so I also took the lid off and gave it a good stir halfway through just to make sure the broccoli was cooking evenly. And then once the broccoli is all cooked, we're just gonna give it another stir, and we're gonna add in our cheddar cheese. I'm using about 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese here, and then we're just gonna stir this around until it melts. This one is so delicious. It's just like a fancy little one-pot mac and cheese. And so next we have a delicious Cajun rice dish. So again, in my pot, I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then I'm going to add in a 1/2 pound of chorizo sausage. I did find a mild chorizo sausage so that Quinn could have this, but you can use whatever type of sausage your family likes. And then I'm adding in my vegetables as well. So here I have about 1/2 cup of onion and 1/2 cup of celery. And I'm just gonna cook this over about medium heat until the vegetables soften and the sausage browns. And so once we're there, I'm just adding in 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, as well as 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm just using my garlic press again here. And then you're gonna wanna work quite quickly at this point just because the spices will burn. So I'm just stirring this for 10 seconds, I would say. And then I'm going to add in my diced tomatoes, a 28-ounce can, as well as our chicken stock. I'm just using 1 cup here. So then you can just up the heat a little bit and bring it to a boil. And once it's boiling, we're adding in 1 cup of rinsed white rice. Then we're just gonna mix that all in. And then we're going to cover it and reduce the heat down to a simmer. And I'm cooking this for 10 minutes at first, then just giving it a really good stir to make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. And then we're going to cover it and let it finish cooking about 5 to 10 minutes. And so we just served this one with some green onions on top. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you guys thought. If you guys want to see more recipe videos, I'd be so happy to share some more. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time.